favorite books, Mr. Cow. Giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at his knees. Aw, look, he fell down. See that? Now, every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was very, very bad. He's not very good at dancing. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. They're good dancers. I didn't know a warthog could dance or waltz.
You're almost done.
I'll work on that. The chimps did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons that teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel.
Watch cow.
Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lion saw his coming and the lions began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. That's not nice. He's trying so hard to dance and they're making fun of him. That makes me so sad. Gerald simply froze. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad and so all alone. Poor Gerald. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. I didn't know that crickets could talk.
Me either.
Me neither.
Because it's just a fiction book.
So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves started shuffling and making circles on the ground. His neck gently swayed and his tail was swishing round. Ooh, check out Gerald. He can swish his tail and move his hooves. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them in the air. Then he did a backward somersault and leaped up in the air. Wow, that is beautiful. He can really dance when he has the right music for him. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I'm dancing, yes, I'm dancing, he cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! Gerald is the best dancer that we've ever seen.
Whoa, those are good dancers.
Good dancers.
Mm-hmm.
How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Can you dance?
No.
If you have the right music. Then he raised his head and he looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. And that is one of my favorite